Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Juliana Klinkert, and if this is your first time here, I am so happy you've joined us. This space is all about finding calm, resilience, and a bit of wisdom to carry into your everyday life. My work brings me into contact with so many different stories, from people facing incredible challenges to those who are just searching for a little peace. Each one of these stories teaches me something, and I hope that sharing them here brings you some comfort, some insight. So today, I want to take a moment to reflect on some of the most powerful lessons we've been exploring together. Whether you're watching this because you are going through your own challenges or simply out of curiosity, I hope this journey can remind us all that we are not alone, and that every step forward, no matter how small, counts. So let's talk first about redefining freedom. One powerful lesson I keep coming back to is the idea of freedom. Real freedom isn't about escaping every hard situation. It's about finding peace, even when life feels overwhelming. I once had a student, someone who had spent many years in prison, and he said, "I'm learning that being free isn't about where you are, it's about what's inside you." Those words stayed with me because they highlight something important. We can find freedom in how we respond to what's happening around us. Many of us are held back not by physical barriers, but by stress, doubt, or even fear of change. Through freedom, it's about finding a sense of calm inside ourselves, like being rooted deeply in the ground, yet flexible enough to adapt life storms. Let's also talk about connecting through presence. Another theme that's come up often in my work is the power of presence. Being there for someone isn't about giving advice or trying to solve all their problems. Sometimes the most powerful gift you can give is simply being present, fully without judgment. In one of my classes, a young man shared a story about how he had spent so much of his life trying to be what others expected him. He wears a mask, hiding his fears and doubts, but underneath, he just wanted to be seen for who he truly was. How many of us do the same? Wear a mask, hoping that someone will look past it and see the real us. It's such a simple thing, but sometimes the most healing experience is to have someone sit with us, listen, and see us without judgment. As you go through your week, think about who in your life might need that gift of presence. And remember, sometimes we need to give ourselves that same gift, to take a moment to be fully present with our own feelings, without rushing to fix them. Let's also talk about small acts of kindness and the impact of community. Working with community-based organizations has shown me that it's the small acts of kindness that can have the biggest impact, whether it's offering a hand to someone in need or just taking a moment to listen. We often don't realize the difference we can make. At an event recently, I spoke about how our presence can create ripples of hope for those who feel lost or alone. It's a bit like planting seeds. You may not see immediate results, but over time, your kindness can help someone find the strength they need to keep going. If you are watching this and you feel like you have the strength to reach out, to offer that hand, I encourage you to do so. You never know how much even a few moments of your time can mean to someone else. Let's also talk about embracing life's impossibilities with a new perspective. Life can sometimes feel impossible. We all have moments when we feel stuck, uncertain, or overwhelmed. But I believe that these moments can actually be opportunities for growth. I remember a recent experience that taught me this firsthand. I was asked to do something that felt completely out of my comfort zone. Something that seemed impossible at first, but in that moment I realized that the only barrier holding me back was my mind. Often we are limited by the stories we tell ourselves, but when we open ourselves to new perspectives, we give a space for creativity and solutions we didn't see before. Next time you face something that feels too big to handle, try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? Shifting your perspective, even just a little, can turn obstacles into opportunities. Let's also talk about finding peace in a busy mind. A common question I hear from my students is, how can I calm my busy mind? And I get it. Our minds are always racing, filled with thoughts and worries. But instead of trying to silence your mind completely, which can feel impossible, try shifting how you relate to those thoughts. I often tell the people that I work with that our minds are like a busy highway. The thoughts are cars passing by. You don't need to chase each one or try to stop them. Just notice them as they pass. Letting them go can bring a sense of peace, even when life feels chaotic. And with practice, you may start to feel that peace more often. Even when you are not in a quiet room or meditating. Let's also talk about the journey of self-acceptance and humility. One of the deepest lessons I've learned on my journey is about self-acceptance and humility. For a while, I thought I could fix everything and even help others solve all their problems. But eventually, I realized that growth is not about becoming perfect or fixing anyone, including ourselves. It's about learning to be human, accepting our own imperfections, and showing up for others, not because we have all the answers, but because we care. In my own life, I've had moments of deep confusion, times when I felt completely lost, but I learned that being open and honest with myself, acknowledging my own struggles, helped me grow more than any amount of striving for perfection ever could. This journey of self-acceptance is one I'm still on, and I invite you to join me on it too. Let's close this video with an invitation to practice. As we wrap up today, I hope these reflections give you something to carry into your own life. Remember that freedom is found inside, not outside. Presence is a gift you can offer to others and to yourself, and life's challenges, no matter how impossible they feel, can open doors to new strengths and perspectives. I encourage you to take a few moments this week to check in with yourself. Notice where you might need a little bit more peace, flexibility, or kindness. And if you feel moved to share a kind word or act with someone else, do it. The impact of even a small gesture can be profound. Thank you for being here with me today. If something in this video resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who might need these words. And if you like to continue this journey together, please subscribe so we can keep exploring these themes. I'll be back next week with more reflections and practices to support you on your path. Until then, may you walk with a gentle heart, a resilient spirit, and the deep knowing that you are never truly alone. Take care.